second in our series where Callie gives a short cosmic weather report. And then we go ahead and anchor that in with a creativity exercise. And today we're going to be working with energetic mandalas. So we have a fun 30 minutes or so, 45 minutes maybe, of playing and having some fun together. So hold on to your seats, and Callie's going to get us started. If you want to just type one word into the chat about how you're feeling today or what you're grateful for, whatever you're called to share, maybe where you're at, we would love to hear that. Callie said she was feeling a little slow. I feel like I'm also a little slow. So, how are you feeling right now? And hopefully, by the end, you'll be feeling more energized and inspired. That's what we have these meetings for. So thank you so much for showing up on this beautiful summer day. Callie Rose, would you like to take it away?
Why, sure. Thank you for the introduction. Welcome, everybody. Lily and I both, I think, feel like these are some of our favorite gatherings to do because we really get to experience astrology differently together and make it really more embodied, which is super fun. And it helps us to feel like astrology is something like happening for us and with us and not something that happens to us. It's like our conversation with life. And making marks is, part of how we express ourselves. So that's, what these sessions are really bringing together. And if you follow my forecasting, like every month kind of has this different feel to it. The sky is asking something different of us. Early on, I think just Veronica was on, I was saying, yeah, there just feels like there's this shift in the weather this week. And I mean, it's the first week of August, so there you go. The weather is shifting. So we're going to dive into that and listen in for that question that this month is asking us. And Lily, it's your turn.
Okay, okay. I was just looking at the comments. Bernadine says she's feeling excited, feeling good and excited. So great you could join us today, Bernadine. And Maria's feeling happy. She's moving a little slow too. And I think, is there anybody else? And then coming in from St. Pete, that must be Magda, feeling sore from weightlifting yesterday. Good job, but a good sore. We're either sore from lifting or sore from not moving, right? So it's like, let's do the good sore. Love it. All right, and let's see. Oh, if you don't already have a piece of paper, a pen, and maybe some watercolors or markers or highlighters, just something to bring some color in. Yay! Something to bring color creation into it. And if you're driving, yeah, you can just listen today, and there's going to be a replay in the Facebook group. So no artistic skill is needed, and there's no right or wrong way. This is all just intended to give you a space for you to get in touch with your own inner wisdom through the secret back door to your subconscious and your heart and your soul, which is creativity. And anything else I need to say, Callie?
No, I think that's pretty
Okay.
good. I mean, one of the things that we love about this community, that we value in this community, is that you don't have to arrive with all the answers. You get to arrive with all the questions, which is way more fun and way more open. So hopefully you brought your curiosity today. Often our deepest wisdom comes when we're not really trying to figure things out. You ever notice how, those aha moments come in the shower or when you're driving and you're not focused on whatever the problem the apparent problem is that's going on for you. And it's because we're creating that space, and that's allowing us to hear it. And it's even better when we've got a brush in our hand. So let's get started by just looking at what the cosmic weather is like this month. As I mentioned, there is quite the shift from the authentic visibility focus that was really all of what July was about. The theme was claiming the flame. July was inviting us to stop hiding those parts of ourselves that we don't trust yet. Maybe be a little more vulnerable. Recognize that authentic leadership doesn't come from becoming somebody different. It's really from allowing more of who we already are to be seen, even those parts we don't feel so sure about. And that was really beautiful work. It was fun work. I had a really good month with that. And then what's happening now is we're starting to realize, wow, authenticity is cool and visibility is fun. and it's not really the destination. It's just the beginning. It's the first part of the journey. So once our light becomes visible, the next question that naturally begins to arise is, what's this light for? What is it here to illuminate? And that's what August is starting to tell the story of. So this month we are going to be very shortly passing through the Lions Gate 8-8. That is on Saturday. And lots of people are always very excited about the Lions Gate. And what's really particularly powerful about it this year is that it's going to be followed quite directly on August 12th by a solar eclipse in the sign of Leo. So a lot of lion energy here coming through with this solar eclipse. And we've been feeling that. We've been feeling that all through July because Jupiter moved into Leo. Leo's reminding us that every one of us carries this unique light, and August isn't meaning for us to lose that thread. That's an important thing to hold on to. And it's also not that we're better than somebody else because we have some special light, special calling, because all of us have a special light and a special calling. Um, but it does remind us that no one's lived the exact life that we've lived, and nobody can share the wisdom that is uniquely our wisdom based on our own path. No one else has gathered those same experiences, learned the same lessons, loved in the same way we've loved, lost in the same way that we have, or grown in the same way that we have. And so that means, our light is not something that we have to invent. It's something that's already there. It's purely who we are, just something that we get to uncover. And August's energy is really inspirational in that sense. And I think that's probably what you will notice the most over the upcoming week with all of the energy around the Lionsgate and the eclipse. But it doesn't stop there. The end of the month is going to bring us into this really nice, well, two things. One, a lunar eclipse that is going to allow for shedding and release. That was a big theme last year. It hasn't been so much the case with the fire horse this year, but there's this brilliant opportunity around the lunar eclipse because we're going to want to move forward on our journey lighter, not carrying things we don't need anymore. And that's what that lunar eclipse is about. That's on August 27th. And then the very end of the month, August 31st, we get this beautiful alignment between superstars Jupiter and Saturn. They're going to be in a harmonious conversation with each other by a trine and really kind of like partnering up. You could think of it like that. Jupiter's a dreamer, Saturn is a builder, Jupiter is all about inspiration and vision, and then Saturn is all about practices and the discipline behind that our vision requires to become something of true value. So Jupiter says, imagine what's possible. And then Saturn asks you, well, how are you going to live that? So, vision needs both of those qualities. Without Jupiter, life can just be super rigid. Saturn can go in that way in shadow. But without Saturn, our inspiration doesn't get rooted. It's just, hot air, so to speak. And together, they're just reminding us that our gifts aren't measured by the brightest moments entirely. They're revealed through the consistency that comes after that, through our integrity, through the ways we continue showing up when we don't have all that excitement fueling the fire. So this is the month about becoming the beacon. That's the theme that has emerged for me as I'm looking at the astrology and interpreting it. A beacon doesn't shine for attention. It shines because someone else might need help finding their way. It's not there to impress anybody. It's just simply standing to illuminate. And what's really beautiful about that is it's something that happens over time. Beacons become trustworthy through their consistency. If it's there sometimes and not there sometimes, no one can navigate by that. But it becomes trustworthy because it keeps showing up night after night, storm after storm, season after season. And that's what August feels like. Not asking us to shine brighter, but really to shine more faithfully. So, as I've been sitting with this energy, the question that keeps coming back to me, the question that I would love for you guys to carry into your creative practice today is, where has life already been preparing me to become a guide? Maybe you've learned how to trust yourself after deep disappointment. Maybe you've discovered how to start over, how to begin again after loss. Maybe you found your voice. Maybe you've learned how to navigate uncertainty. You've learned the courage to simply show up and be yourself. Those are all incredible gifts that you have to offer into the larger collective. And those experiences, therefore, they weren't just for you. Whatever you had to go through becomes part of that light that you now carry. And maybe, just maybe, somebody else is looking for your wisdom, exactly the kind of wisdom that your life has been quietly cultivating. And that doesn't mean you've mastered it and you know everything, but you have lived it. So you have powerful wisdom that you have gained through process. And that's what we're going to explore today. We're not going to do that by analyzing and thinking really hard because that's not fun. We're going to do it with intention and yes, intention and intuition. So I'm going to turn it over to Lily to guide us into a meditative space, inviting you to let go of trying to create the right painting, the perfect painting, just instead like being curious, just tuning in to what wants to come up through you today. Maybe your inner beacon has a color. If it does, what is it? A texture? What would it feel like? If it radiated out in every direction, what would it illuminate? What would the terrain around it look like? And most importantly, what are you becoming trustworthy enough with in your life that you are now that you're now in that space of becoming a light for others? And again, don't try to answer those questions right now through your head. Just carry them with you and see what your hands discover in this process that we're going to step into. Lily, all yours.
Yay! Thank you so much, Collie Rose.
You are
Um,
welcome.
so yeah, I just invite you to take a couple of deep breaths in through your nose, all the way down to your belly, sitting up so you can get as much air as possible. And just relax into this moment if you want to. I invite you to close your eyes. And a mandala always grows outward from the center. And today, that center is you, your beacon, your light, the thing in you that's ready to be trusted, not just seen. And so, imagining this mandala that we're going to create based on the information you just heard, there's a lot of symbols. There was a threshold, and imagine a vast golden gate shaped like the infinity symbol, 8. And as you step through, feel the strength of a lion beside you, representing your heart centered courage. And in your hand, you hold a golden key, the key to your own unique purpose. See this gate as the portal to your new chapter, where you are finally ready to unlock what your soul has been preparing you for. And as you move forward, the sky transforms. Above you, a brilliant sun begins to eclipse, casting a soft glow. You feel a flame igniting within your chest, not a wildfire, but a steady, focused light. And you are wearing a crown of responsibility, of sacred stewardship. You are no longer just shining, you are directing your light to illuminate the path forward. And now look down at your feet. You are standing on a sturdy stone foundation. Beside you, a bridge stretches across, and beside a calm, reflective pond with a waterfall at one end. And you can feel your heavy, outdated identities that you've been carrying, these roles and expectations, gently dropping down into the water and washing away. You are left only with your essential vision, your blueprint for the future. You are building something meant to last, anchored by the wisdom of your journey. So take a final deep breath, feeling the stillness, feeling the calm, knowing that as you open your eyes, the images that resonate with you are going to be showing up onto this beautiful white space, the field of possibilities, the field of your imagination. Go ahead and wiggle into your toes and flutter open your eyes. And I invite you to, I'm going to share my screen. Has everybody made a mandala before? Do people know how to make mandalas? Okay, I see one head shaking no, so we'll just quickly. I'm going to show you the easiest way to make a mandala. Typically, mandalas are round and symmetrical, but a mandala can be really anything. But today we're going to play with a round, I'm going to share my screen, a round circle. That's the invitation. You can do whatever you want. So, okay. Okay, so if you have, I just have a glass here. I'm just going to make a round circle. And you don't have to do that step. You can if you want to. And in the middle, we're just going to put the number 0. That's the start. And then we're going to use the number 1 and go on the top and the bottom and the 2 sides. And typically, as I'm doing this, I would be turning page to get the same kind of angle that I'm using so that things turn out as symmetrical as possible, but we're not going for perfection here. So, and anytime you do one thing, all you got to do is repeat that thing. So I'm going to do a number 2 for my next row. That's the first ring is ones and then the number 2. And so this is the way the mandala starts to grow. It's just a repetition of symbols and patterns. And I'm going to invite you to start the middle with, I'm just going to show you what I came up with from the images that Callie was working with or that she had brought up in the thing. And I started in the center with a starburst, which is really just the compass, north, south, east, and west with the other 2 quadrants filled in there. And then I started with the 8 for the Lion's Gate. And I went around on my first ring. And then I thought, well, that's a transition. And so that brings up questions. So I used a question mark for my next rings. And then she brought in the crown. And I thought, oh, I want to have a crown in mind. So I used a crown for my next layer. And then I used the sun and water. And then bringing in the color, you can do a whole new level of repetition and rhythm. So the invitation is for the very first middle part. There's a beacon, there's a light, there's what do you think of when you think of yourself as shining a light? It could even be a light bulb. It doesn't have to be symmetrical. So it could be a sun. The Lion's Gate portal could also be a key unlocking a new chapter or transition between your states. And so I'm going to go ahead and bring this other one back and turn my page over as I'm talking. And I'll just be creating what I feel like, and you create what you feel like. And so that first middle part is so easy. And then I like the number 8, so I'm going to stick with that, moving around my circle. Turning my page as I go. Easy peasy. So I've got the first ring. The second ring is the solar eclipse, the Leo solar eclipse, marking the beginning of a new chapter. And we had the crown, which was talking about the mantle of responsibility. We had the sun, the core body of a solar eclipse, symbolizing the emergence of authentic self-expression, and then a flame. So and whatever else, whatever other symbol is coming to you or you're feeling like. And you can do this completely with symbols and letters and numbers and pictures on the page, or you can do it with color. How does the sun make you feel? What color would you want to express with that? And you can do circles of color instead of symbols. So there's many different ways you can do your mandala. It's completely up to you. Does everybody have like their second ring completed, or are you still on the first ring? Second ring. Okay. Yay. Okay. So um, the third ring is acting as a release valve, the Pisces Lunar Eclipse, which focuses on emotional completion and it encourages the settling down of outdated identities, releasing. And so I mentioned a waterfall in there, water symbol, an anchor represents the grounding needed before setting down old heavy burdens. Could be a butterfly. You're transforming from the chrysalis. So any of those symbols will work. I'm just going to use the water symbol. And like I said, if you're doing something and you make a mistake, just go ahead and add that all the way around. And then you can add any more rings that you want to, any other things that are being kicked off, any other impressions or thoughts that you're having about this transition time or August energy. The fourth ring is the grounding of the vision where you were visualizing yourself standing on a stone foundation. So it could be a rock or a brick or a stone. And then I also mentioned a blueprint and a bridge. So to you, what would represent grounding that vision for you? And I liked the bridge kind of forming a little rose petal or a flower petal from connecting everything together. And just really embrace the imperfection of creating a mandala, marveling at how, even with your intention, like I'm trying to get everything perfectly straight or looking like each other, and every single one has its own unique expression, just like every single one of us is unique and different. And so after you've gotten the basic mandala down, I invite you to add some color into it, which is a whole nother level of archetypes and power and energy. And you can color it any way you want to. I'm coloring the yellow for the sun in the middle, the star in the middle. And I also like to bring that yellow out because we're talking about being the beacon. And since we're talking about being the beacon, that makes me feel like, oh, this almost looks like a sun now. So I'm going to bring out some rays. And now I want some orange. What do you want for another color? And you can put that color anywhere, and I invite you, just like you were doing with the symbols, to mirror your actions with the paint. If you do it one place, just go ahead and go around with that same painting gesture. So I'm adding like a V with my orange, and that becomes another, it's almost like
That's
another
funny. I was
layer.
making orange V's right when you said that.
Wow, we're on the same frequency. Yay. Love it. One of the symbols I got was an arrow earlier when I did this in the very beginning. And so it's just interesting how, moment by moment, our perceptions and impressions change. And then as you put something down on the page, just notice, oh, get curious. Wow, what is that bringing up in me now? I might have had a plan. And just like life, plans change. And that's one of the beautiful things for me with artwork is that you can allow yourself to follow your impulses immediately and try it. This is a very easy and low risk, safe way to explore taking a chance, taking a risk. And I find as I'm decorating with color, like, where else do I want blue? If I put blue in one ring, maybe I want to put blue someplace else. So I'm going to add it into the center star too, just to unify the design, repeat the color. And now I feel like I want some blue on the edges. Just one step at a time, we're moving forward, one layer at a time, one ring at a time. Listening to our bodies, breathing, and just really enjoying the freedom that we have to gather and do secret things together. Does anybody have to leave like before 10:45 or before in 10 more minutes? Okay. Are you guys having fun? I don't want to rush you, that's all, if you guys have time. Mm. And if you really like a symbol or a shape, go over it with a different color. Emphasize it, amplify it. I just love the process of there was nothing there on the page and now there's something there. It's pretty magical. And toward the end, I always like to add just a bit of movement and um, life with some splattering. So I just took my brush and got a whole bunch of paint on it, and I'm just tapping it with some water with a contrasting color, the dark blue, and really gives it some life and extra energy. I'm gonna do that with orange too. That was fun. We got about one more minute because I want people to be able to share. Most of you probably know that Carl Jung made a mandala every day for many, many, many years as a way to meditate, process, become present, and get in touch with his heart and his subconscious mind. And we're coming to a close here. Remember, you can do this anytime you want. It's super fun if you have just a few minutes and you're waiting at the doctor's office or in your car or whatever at the park. It's just fun to take out a piece of paper and do a little mandala. So I would invite you to put your brushes down, put your magic wands aside, and just do a little gazing now, soft gazing at your creation. And I invite you to think about a title. What would you call this, or what's your impression? How would you summarize what you've just created? How does it make you feel? When I look at mine, I feel very happy. And I'm like, wow, if this is what my August is going to look like, I'm excited. I'm excited to go into August. I'm inspired. And there's some kind of like circus quality to this one. It feels very fun and joyful. So I'm going to entitle it. Oh, what am I going to entitle? What was that card that you pulled, Veronica? Oh, Lisa had to run. Okay.
There was Warrior and Traveler.
Oh, Traveler, Traveler. Ooh, I think mine's going to be like, what is it, the Happy Traveler or something. The Happy Traveler. That's going to be the title of mine. Who's ready to share theirs and just show us quickly what you created? You don't have to, but if you want to. Bernadine. Let me stop sharing my thing. Hold on one second. Okay.
Okay. I kind of went on the figure 8 Lionsgate thing.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
started with the center, and it's interesting because I wasn't looking at what you were doing, and then I looked up, I was like, oh, we use the same colors. It's like the pink and the blue and the
Yes.
yellow. So I thought that
That's
was interesting.
awesome. I love it. I love it. How does
And
yours make you feel?
I'm really feeling relaxed, and
Oh,
like August is going to be easy. Like I called it relinquishing to the radiance.
ooh,
So
yummy.
allowing the natural essence of what wants to flow through and out of me to just do it
Mhm.
and not to bring in like the efforting and it's going to be hard and what if it doesn't work and like all of the
Mhm.
trying, like really just allowing and releasing and letting it flow. So that's what that means to
Love
me.
it. Love it. Love it. Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Thanks for doing this. It's super fun.
Yay. Okay. Thank you, Bernadine. Who's next? Magda, you're looking like you're ready.
Okay, I'll do mine. My symbols that I came up with, starting from the circle, the center, were the this,
hmm
and then the Ankh was the key, the Egyptian
Ooh.
Ankh.
Oh, good key. I love that.
Yeah, that's usually the key that comes up. That's one of my symbols, and then the eye,
Mhm.
visionary, fire, eclipse, and then mine turned out looking a little bit like a tapestry.
Ooh, hold it by your face.
Ah, this is the thing. Hold on. I might have to
If you
anyway.
hold it in front of your face, it might work. There you go.
It's blending into the background. There it is. There it is.
There it is.
Yay. Yeah. And
Gorgeous.
what did you entitle it?
So I entitled it Visionary Traveler with the Key of Life.
Okay, nice. You did Traveler too. I love it. Visionary traveler with the key of life. Wow, sound like a powerful person there. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Magda. Okay, Maria.
Hi.
Oh, beautiful. And what did you what are some of your symbols?
Um, I started with uh the I went through three and then I brought in hearts. I did do the eight and infinity. But I brought in like water, um, kind of the ripples around. I had a key
Hmm.
and the one the one this feels like more like mount it it felt more like this like the sunburst rays, but then when coloring it changed to like mountains
Mm.
and grounding.
Wow.
Um yeah, and then I did the circles which were moons, and then
Mm.
in between on the farthest outer ray I did a little triangle, but then like a little line on each side, so it feels um I don't know if like the infinite self or other worldly selves. And I'm getting my golden possibilities as a title.
Oh,
So
beautiful. Love that.
yeah, so thank you. I
That's a
have to,
cool transformation from the sky into a mountain. So it's like
right.
very grounded.
Yeah, no. So it was fun, very meditative. So
Yay. Awesome.
yeah,
Thank you for sharing, Maria. So glad you
yeah,
could come today.
yeah, thank you.
Veronica, thank you for your patience.
Sorry, my phone is falling over. I don't know if I have a title for mine yet, but I realized that my painting kind of looks a little bit like my shape. I didn't realize until just now. Uh,
Woo, lots of energy there.
yeah. So I wanted to start with kind of like the center, like a golden sun, as
Uh-huh.
like just sort of everything radiating from that. Um, so hearts, kind of the swirly, it's like in the middle, like the blue is kind of like the flow, the water flow. And then I don't know, I just painted from there. I wasn't really thinking. Um, but I don't know, like heart, strength of heart keeps coming through, like the cœur is French for heart, so like courage, but like
Mm,
yeah, I've always liked that word for some reason. Um,
beautiful.
yeah,
Sounds like you almost got a title there.
yeah, it's in there.
How does it make you feel when you look at it?
It reminds me of the artwork that I did when I was a child. So it's kind of it makes my inner child happy to see that
Yay.
burst of color because that's like really the core of who I am. So
Oh, love it. Very powerful. Thank you, Veronica.
mhm.
Kali, Rose, can we see your creation?
Sure, sure, you can see my creation. Oh, I'm gonna go all blurry. Sorry. Let's see. Hold on. Well, we'll fix it. We'll fix it. 1 second.
Okay.
Gotta fix that blur my background business. None. Okay, there we go.
Oh, I see something.
Yep,
I see
yep.
something.
Now maybe.
Almost
Yeah. There you go.
beautiful.
It was titled Becoming a Beacon of Love and Light. And the flame was coming through for me really strong while we were meditating. So I knew I wanted to start at the center with the flame. And from there, um, the surrender, the lunar eclipse coming in the really soft green, and the structure of Saturn there with the black square, gray square. And then it was like hearts, and I was like, ooh, hearts want to be there, love wants to be there, and then it's all the surrounding of hearts, and then the blue water coming in, and the eights for the Lion's Gate kind of made it in toward the outer edge, and yeah, I don't know. It has this, to me, it feels kind of like very like has like a simple elegance to it.
Beautiful. Yeah, it feels kind of Middle Eastern almost to me. And it's so interesting like how all these disparate elements that we have, all these different symbols come together and create this new whole creation, this new symbol for you. So hopefully you gals can all use your mantra, your yantras that you just created to remind you of this energies of August and add to it if you want to and do another one. See what else comes through. And please, if you can everybody hold their creations up again just for a quick photo so I can share it in the group?
There we go.
Okay, let's see. Oh, hang on. Now I
Oh,
got
you're
my.
blurry.
Hang on. Okay. Where's Magda? Oh, Magda.
It's in and out. There we go. There we go.
Is it there? Okay, hang on. I'm getting my camera. One, two. One day I'm gonna figure out how to take a screenshot. Okay, I think that's good enough. And I would love it if you guys could post your mandalas individually in Facebook and just, share a little bit about the process and how you felt before and how you feel now. Because I think everybody feels like they got in touch with their inner child and their joyful, beautiful, eternal essence. So thank you very much, Callie, Collie.
I want everybody to remember that this isn't a finished destination. This creative process can continue flowing through you. August is just getting started. This energy is just building. So, don't hesitate to go back at it. Look at it again a week from now, and what else wants to happen there? What wants to come alive next? You can keep going with this meditation throughout the month of August. Let it be a reflection of that light that is already growing within you and is going to continue to grow. Let it be a reminder that becoming a beacon isn't about perfection. It's about just tending our own light and being honest and being consistent. Naturally, we become the source of hope and wisdom or encouragement for somebody else because we are listening. We are listening to our own inner self, our own inner child.
Yes, thank you for showing up so openly today, willing to play, for creating, for listening, for trusting yourselves to let your intuition lead. And it's always an honor to be able to witness what emerges when powerful women like you gather together with open hearts and curious spirits. And if you're comfortable, again, please share your photos in the Facebook group.
And if today's experience was fun for you, resonated with you, we would love to invite you to continue the conversation with us at our next event, which is Her Power Connections. It's going to be on August 20th, same time. It's 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And we have our featured guest who's joined us today, Bernadine Rosso, and she is the founder of Women Who Are Up to Something. She's a guide and she's a coach, and she helps women to step into purposeful action, meaningful connection. And I think she will be a beautiful complement to everything that we've already been exploring today about becoming a trustworthy guide in our own special and unique way. And I also will just give you a little plug for the next. Well, actually, I'm gonna remind you that there is a deeper forecast, a longer forecast available out there for August if you are interested in going deeper with what this August message is. You can tune into my monthly cosmic forecast where we go deeper into the Lionsgate portal and the eclipse season, the Jupiter trine to Saturn, and this larger energetic story that is unfolding all through the month. I do not have that handy to put into the chat, but I will put it out there in the group again, so you can check there for it. And also just a heads up that we are about to launch to Croatia in September next month. And we got a couple of our participants here today. Yay! So we're super excited about that. As you can imagine, we're getting super focused on pulling that all together. So we will not have a Rainbow Warrior Mermaid Cafe or Her Power Connections in September, so that we can give our focus to our retreat. And we will be back full speed to tell you all about how amazing and incredible and wonderful it was when we return in October. So thank you all for being here. May you continue tending your light this month. Lily, you want to close
May,
us out?
may you trust the wisdom your own journey has cultivated, and may your beacon illuminate your path, not by striving to shine brighter, but shining more faithfully. We look forward to seeing you again Rainbow Warrior Mermaids, unite! Let's rise together.
Thank you, guys.
Have a great week. Great
Thank
weekend. Great
you.
Lionsgate.
Yes, enjoy the Lionsgate.
Thank you.